Welcome back, viewers. Our top focus remains the current tumult in Sri Lanka. And to elucidate more and to tell us exactly what's going on, we are being joined right now by a Sri Lankan Member of Parliament, Shanakyan Rajputhiran. Welcome to Republic TV and thank you for speaking to the viewers in India. Now, Shanakyan, what I think most people want to know is what is the current situation with regards to the public's happiness or unhappiness with Ranil Wickremesinghe. He has currently taken over as acting president. Where is the tumult now and what will assuage the public?
Well, we need to look at what happened on the 9th of July when President Gotabaya Rajapaksa promised that he will resign after a large number of Sri Lankans stormed into his president's office and his official residence. And along with the resignation of the president, the people of Sri Lanka demanded that Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe should also resign along with President Rajapaksa, because otherwise Ranil Wickremesinghe will become the acting president, which seems to be happening right now. So the protest is against both Rajapaksa and Wickremesinghe. It's not that people wanted to protest to get rid of Rajapaksa to bring Wickremesinghe in. They're both seen as people that who destroyed this country at some point, and especially Ranil Wickremesinghe, who stepped in to save the Rajapaksas when the protests intensified on the 9th of May after the government unleashed the state terrorism on innocent protesters who were demanding that Gotabaya Rajapaksa must resign. So the protests have intensified today, and a large number of people have again today they have taken over the Prime Minister's office, and I don't think it should be allowed to go any further. So I don't think the protesters are going to stand down. I don't think the people are going to stand down and accept Ranil Wickremesinghe as the president even for a minute or for an hour. So the only way forward is that Ranil Wickremesinghe should resign immediately, and the speaker will have to then take over and then be the acting president for the next 7 days, so that parliament can choose somebody who the people support. The leader of the country should be supported by the people. Right. So therefore, I would like to urge, especially India, I'd like to urge India. India has been very helpful to Sri Lanka. We're thankful to the people of India and the government of India and the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin for the assistance they've given to the... I would like to urge India right now and the international community to intervene to ensure that this crisis is resolved and that Ranil Wickremesinghe resigns, because I don't think India would want to see unstable Sri Lanka as well.
We appear to be having, viewers, a couple of network issues connecting with Shanakyan Rajputhiran there from Sri Lanka. We'll try and get him back. Shanakyan, can you hear us once more? We appear to have a bit of disturbance while you were concluding over there, but we heard most of what you said, that there is a demand for Ranil Wickremesinghe also to resign. Now, our follow-up question to that is, if this process has already been set in motion, he is acting president. From what we are told, on July the 20th, the parliament will convene and elect another president in any case. Is there any use for this current protest to demand his ouster as well?
Which is why I said that the country is not happy to accept Ranil Wickremesinghe even for an hour as president, acting president. So we don't want to see him, the country doesn't want to see him sit on the president's chair, because that is why the people are protesting. Because if he doesn't resign today, he will be the acting president and he will push to be elected as the president in parliament. And he was not even elected to parliament by the people. He came on the national list to parliament. So the people are not happy, and that is why the protests are continuing, because they don't want to see Ranil Wickremesinghe heading the country. That's why the protests are continuing today.
Right. Even as you speak to us, Shanakyan, I'm told we have visuals that we have accessed of protests against Ranil Wickremesinghe, or rather Gotabaya Rajapaksa's presence even in the Maldives. So that is where he is. We have accessed visuals of this protest that is ongoing in the Maldives, viewers. There you are, even as Shanakyan, the MP from Sri Lanka, stays live with us. These are visuals that have come, and you can see that the posters that are in play have the same slogans. It's the Sri Lankan flag over there. So the same protest that you saw in Colombo, it appears to have migrated completely organically now to the Maldives, to Mali, where late last night, in a surprise move, Gotabaya Rajapaksa took off from Sri Lanka. He was given support by the Air Force. His presence there and his transport there was cleared, and then he landed in Mali, and he's now currently at a resort. He is to go to Singapore, is what we are hearing. Meanwhile, Shanakyan Rajputtarin, Sri Lankan member of parliament, remains with us, and he's been telling us that there is a demand for Ranil Wickremesinghe to quit. Now, in all of this, we spoke also, Shanakyan, to Azad Sali, a former provincial governor of Sri Lanka, who blamed the opposition. He says that now finally there is an element of the opposition also playing politics over this. Is there an element such as this? Is there now a point of friction? Is the opposition not willing to come on board this all-party government?
Well, all-party government should not, the main ruling party that has caused this economic chaos and this destruction should not be part of the all-party government. And when I say they shouldn't be the ones who are leading the all-party government, they should be, if they can be part of it, but they shouldn't be the ones who, the president or the prime minister shouldn't be from that party. So I think the main government party still has not understood that, and I think they're finding ways to elect a prime minister from their party. So there is no point in blaming the opposition, because the opposition only has minority numbers in parliament. So if parliament numbers are needed, naturally the main government party will be able to muscle their way through the numbers test in parliament. So it's important that the main government party either sits back because they caused this destruction and allow the opposition to form a minority government, and also they should not hope, or they should not try to become a president and prime minister. And we are being told that they are also trying to elect a president or a prime minister that is suitable for them. So what the country needs right now is a president and a prime minister that is suitable for the Sri Lankan public and the protesters, not for Ranil Wickremesinghe, not for the ruling party. So thank you very much for having me on the show, and and we urge the international community to intervene, because it's important that the international community intervenes to stop this crisis from getting worse. Because if Ranil and Gota don't want to resign, it's a job of the international community to convince them to avert a crisis of this nature. So thank you for having me on the show. Thank you so much.
Right, that was Shanakyan Rajputtarin, a Sri Lankan member of parliament, speaking to us on Republic and making 2 points very clear. One is there is a demand for Ranil Wickremesinghe also to not remain president, acting president, or otherwise for even a single more day. And also the opposition does not want the current ruling party to be part of this all-party government in any leadership capacity. This, viewers, even as we have accessed visuals like we just showed you from the Maldives, where there is a protest against Gotabaya Rajapaksa's presence. He is set to depart later today to Singapore, is what our sources tell us, that he has been granted asylum over there. And upon reaching his final destination, Singapore, is where he is likely to send in his resignation papers. Viewers, we'll be back with this after a short break. Take